bear the brunt of inequality. Like for example, the way that public schools are funded in the United States are based on property taxes. And my school district did not have a lot of people who owned their homes, so those property taxes didn't go to our district. So my school was pretty underfunded. We didn't have any AP classes, but I still did the best that I could. But I ended up in school with people who had basically taken college classes from their sophomore year of high school that I just did not have access to at all. So I guess that, like institution-wise, like the institution I was part of was bearing the brunt of inequality. But I think I got really lucky. I think it does matter. Because I think a lot of the problems that we are facing in the United States as a society come from these growing inequalities and people feeling disenfranchised and forgotten about. And I don't think it's going to get better until we address the ways that the system sort of favors people who have money over people who don't.
Social justice means considering equality of outcome rather than equality of opportunity, which means we have to look at where people get in our society, not where they start, and consider trying to build a society not necessarily where everybody gets to the same place, but where there isn't a differential impact on certain groups in terms of the types of outcomes that they get.
Once I went on a field trip to a national lab. I don't know if I should say the name, but they didn't let me in because they didn't do a background check, and I wasn't born, I had a green card, but I wasn't a US citizen yet. So they didn't let me, and it was like 15 of us, and the school picked us, like we went for a reason. I was supposed to take some measurements for my research, and they just didn't let me in. They're like, oh, you don't have an American passport and we can't do a background check. And I was like 21 at the time, and I was a physics major. I was like, ooh. And I think it was pretty harsh at the time because I was there with like 15 of my group mates, and I was the only one who couldn't get in.
So what happened?
They just didn't let me in. I had to stay outside. Everybody went in. I was just literally, I even cried because I was like, what? This is so unfair. And I tried to fight them, but they're like, no, you can't. Like, you don't have an American passport. There's no enough time for us to do background checking, and you just can't come in. I mean, I understand it's their policy, but I don't know. It was a little bit harsh, at least at the time.